So today we're beginning a series called This Is Not Even My Year, This Is Your Year, Lord. Less of me, more of you. Jesus, glorify yourself in my life. At the end of 2025, I entered one of the hardest faith battles in my life. December to me was heavy, especially the last 5 days. I was believing in God for something very specific, something important, and I wanted it done before my year began, before 2026 began. I wanted to enter 2026 with a new journey began already. I came to this city because God told me to come in this city. So I knew from my heart that everything that I wanted, I had to tell Him and not other people. I have people supporting me and I bless God for them, but they are not the people who brought me here. Giving my chaos, my desires, and my needs to people, when I tell them, it's obviously like I'm disturbing them. I didn't want that to be the case. So I told God, you're the one who brought me into this place. You brought me into this city. So you must be the one making things happen for me. I wanted God to rise the right people for me, bring the right people in my life for me, the people who would help me without hurting me, the people who would help me without molesting me, without losing my dignity, without being manipulated. I just wanted the perfect help from Him, the perfect help, and it only comes from Him. And I knew my family and the people I once knew were not part of the people, so I didn't have to disturb them to indulge into my matters, but the matters that God brought me. So I was like, God, you have to do it. If you don't, it will not happen. Raise people for me. So this caused me to focus in God fully. I believe in Him fully because it is only Him that I have. It is only Him that I can trust with my everything. He brought me into this spacious place because He is delighted in me. And I am the one to obviously seek for His help constantly and every single time. So I was waiting for Him all December. I was waiting for Him because that matter is something big. But what I wanted didn't happen to the timing that I wanted it to happen. I had night filled with tears the last days of December. I was very disappointed. I had lost my hope. But He brought me into that place, so I had to surrender. I surrendered my desires. I surrendered what I wanted to be done because it felt like it was now on the pedestal more than who God is. So I had to surrender what I wanted. I had to surrender it to Him and be like, you know what? It's okay. But I'm hoping, but it's okay. If it won't happen, then it's fine. Let me just see. That was a place of surrender, but yet it was a place of loss of hope as well because I didn't have any prayers anymore. I didn't have any requests anymore. New Year began to me in a place of hopelessness. I didn't have any plans for the first time. I didn't have any plans for New Year. I wasn't excited for the year. I didn't want it to come in the first place. But even in my hopelessness, even in my crying, even in my tears, He was always there because He always reassured me. He always gave me a word. And every time He gave me a word, every time He reassured me, I just woke up and I just danced and I was happy because I felt Him. And that was the most important part, that even in my tears, even in my crying, He was always there. That made me move on. That made me know that He is indeed there. January came and I was exhausted, disappointed, empty of plans. The only plan that I had is, Lord, you can do whatever. On the last day of December, 31st January, we had a service with my pastor. It was a New Year's Eve, and I attended the New Year's Eve, but yet I didn't have any plans in my heart. I didn't even know what I had to expect. It was a heartbroken phase for me, it was a disappointing phase to me, but God is always great. So, at the night of the New Year's Eve, when my pastor was preaching and giving the word for the year, I did not even have what to talk about. Like, I was just there listening, but my heart was pale because I didn't know what to speak. But right there, when my pastor was actually giving the word for the year, the Spirit of God told me, open your notebook. So I opened my notebook, and at the back of my notebook, there was some prophecies that I had written at the days before, like in the past days. And He told me prophesy. So I began prophesying as the Spirit of God told me, not out of emotions, but out of obedience. And I'm glad I wrote that somewhere because if I hadn't written it, there's no way my heart would remember it because I was in a very low space. And I was happy because He flowed in me. So I was prophesying and He began to flow in me. And I felt good, honestly, because I was in a place of no prayer to a place of flowing in the Spirit with prayers right before me. Anyways, so that was it. And my pastor preached, and the night was short and beautiful. Morning came, and I remember the first time I saw the light of the day, it was scary. I was afraid. The, when my pastor's voice was not in my ears anymore, when the only thing that I had was me, God, and the world right before me. And it felt huge, it felt scary. So fear overwhelmed me. I was afraid. And right at that instant, the Holy Spirit told me, this is not your year. This is the year of the Lord for you. Give it to Him. I didn't think twice. At that same instant, I told Jesus, this is not my year. This is your year. Glorify your name in my life. Right after that prayer, I felt peace. Fear escaped me. I was confident once again, hopeful once again, and assured. Later that night, I sat with God. And remember, I didn't have any things on my table. I just gave it to Him and I told Him, you can take over. So obviously, now I'm leaving. I am the vessel. I need to know what my master wants me to do. How do I do it? I didn't come with plans, I came with questions. So I sat with my notebook and I asked Him, Lord, what do you want us to do this year? What do you want me to do? Who do you want me to meet? Who should I talk to? Who should I not? Questions like those. And to my surprise, He told me, what do you want? He told me, write what you want. The same questions you're asking me, answer them first, and then I'll answer you later. When I wrote exactly what I wanted, to my amazement, the answers that he was answering me were exactly what I wanted. And this reminded me of the story in Genesis where Adam called the animals the exact name that God wanted them to be called. It happened to me, and I bless God for that. We sat there, we made plans. He gave me the strategies and the blueprints to go over my year. The first 2 weeks of the year, I was grounded in prayer. I isolated myself from all the noise and every person because I had to fill myself up. For the first time as well, I did not tell anybody about Happy New Year's, because I had to happy myself first. I was grounded, listening to the word, just feeding my soul because I was hungry. I needed to be full. It was amazing. It was beautiful. And my hope was restored. My faith was restored. My assurance and confidence was all restored. One of the words that my pastor had spoken was that God will turn your mourning into dances. And for real, He did turn my mornings into dances. Everything that I had been crying in the last end of December, He turned it all into my dancing. He gave them all to me within the first 2 weeks of January. This taught me that God's timing is not meant to frustrate us. It's meant to align us. It's meant to make us go deeper with Him and be more intimate with Him. Because for these days, I was very much grounded in Him. And now I love Him better. I know Him better. I trust Him better. He has elevated me to a higher realm of knowing Him and understanding Him indeed. That alone makes me so happy. That alone makes me so grateful. In the midst of it, I saw Him, and right now I see Him. And I'm sure that He will never leave me indeed, because He did not leave me now. We are in a very big house, and in every door you need another key. But when you trust Him enough, He will surely give the keys to every door, and you'll surely be successful in everything that you do indeed. I trust in Him. I don't know what lies on my next step. What I know is that my trust is in Him. And as the word says, that whoever who trusts in the Lord shall never be put to disappointment. So what I know for a fact is I will never be disappointed again. And this is a prayer that I always pray as well. Affliction will not happen the second time. I love learning into something where God puts me very much, because I don't want it to happen anymore. So I need to learn exactly what I need to do to actually not experience it anymore. And that is what makes us stronger in our faith and deeper in our relationship with God, which produce more fruits and glory to His name and beauty in our lives as well. Stay blessed. This is not my year. This is the year of the Lord in my life. Jesus, glorify yourself in my life. Episode 1, we're done. I'll meet you again in the episode 2 next week.